This is Tulung podcast number 70, titled, I Think This Is the Niche. Wait, I gotta go back on the slideshow. Here we go. And we're live. Coming to you live. From home. And I will take a swig of water. Okay. Starting off with first announcement. Double drop. You have on the left Ex Machina Volume 3 dropping October 24th. You have the second Dr. Tulung project, Asian Season from the Future, dropping the next day, the 25th. They will both premiere on YouTube, the respective days. SoundCloud is basically dead to me right now. Double drop. Next. No inquiries. There were questions, but I forgot to write them down. We have our first mention. Here we go. Okay, a buddy of mine sent this to me. From CNBC's Dylan Butts. Titled, OpenAI's ChatGPT will soon allow erotica for adults in major policy shift. Adult ChatGPT users can soon access a less censored version of the artificial intelligence chatbot, which will include erotic materials. Oh, you know what? I'll speed read this because this is not a report. Policy shift. In December, as we roll out age gating more fully and as part of treat adult users like adults principle. Treat adult users like adults principle. We will allow even more, like erotica for verified adults. Altman said in a social media post on Tuesday. What is said post and where is it? X. Sam Altman's avatar was generated by ChatGPT. About time, ChatGPT used to feel like a person you could actually talk to. Huh? We made ChatGPT pretty restrictive to make sure we were being careful with mental health issues. Realized it made it less useful and enjoyable to many users who had no mental health problems. But given the seriousness of the issue, we wanted to get this right. Now that we've been able to mitigate the serious mental health issues, have new tools. Like erotica for verified adults. Okay. Though it remains unclear when material qualifies permitted erotica, the move could represent a major shift in OpenAI's policy, which formerly prohibited such content in most contexts. According to Altman, existing versions of ChatGPT were made pretty restrictive to protect users from mental health risks, but that approach made the chatbot less useful and enjoyable to many... I forgot the bracket there. And enjoyable to many users who had no mental health problems. Now that we've been able to mitigate the serious mental health issues and have new tools, we're going to be able to safely relax the restrictions in most cases, he said. Those new tools appear to refer to safety features and parental controls rolled out last month to address concerns over how the chatbot was impacting young users' mental health. However, as safeguards for minors expand, it appears that Altman is ready for ChatGPT to take a looser approach for adults. I'm here, Mark Quizzle. Welcome to the podcast. I'm reading about how ChatGPT will soon cater itself more to adults. Which entails erotica for verified adults. However, safeguards for minors expand. It appears that Altman is ready for ChatGPT to take a looser approach for adults. OpenAI hinted at a shift in February when language on its model spec page was updated to clarify that, in order to maximize freedom for users, only content involving minors was prohibited. Still, erotica was considered to be sensitive content to be generated only in certain permitted contexts. Besides the rollout in December, Altman also said a new version of ChatGPT will launch in the coming weeks, allowing the chatbot to adopt more distinct personalities, building on updates in the latest GPT-4o version. Do I love Super Meat Boy Platinum or Crash 4 Platinum more? Super Meat Boy, because it was harder. That's it. The prestige of getting the Platinum trophy is stronger for Super Meat Boy. If you want your ChatGPT to respond in a very human-like way or use a ton of emoji or act like a friend, ChatGPT should do it, he said, but only if you want it. After Almond's post on Tuesday, some social... Wait. But only if you want it. Okay, yeah. Some social media users were quick to point out his previous statement suggesting that ChatGPT wouldn't implement chat features, unlike rival models, such as xAI's Grok. Did Super Meat Boy Platinum test your skills or patience? Both. Because I could not play for an... There were times during stream where I wanted to quit before the hour was over. So, both skills and patience. Yes. I guess more patience because, I mean, it's just 20 levels. But I just kept making silly errors. And the pressure was strong. In an August interview, independent tech journalist Cleo Abram asked Altman to give an example of a decision he had made that was best for the world, but not for winning the AI race. Well, we haven't put a bot avatar in ChatGPT yet, Altman said in an apparent nod to provocative AI companions released by Elon Musk's xAI. Do I know Godlike Matt? Yes. I think he made a few Path to Platinum videos, is that right? Altman's policy shift comes at a notable time for OpenAI, as it already faces increased scrutiny over its safety practices. In September, the Federal Trade Commission launched an inquiry into several tech companies, including OpenAI, over potential risks to children and teenagers. That followed a lawsuit from a California couple who alleged that ChatGPT contributed to their 16-year-old son's suicide. OpenAI on Tuesday also announced an 8-member expert council on well-being in AI to advise how the company on artificial intelligence affects users' mental health, emotions, and motivation. The council will guide OpenAI in defining what healthy AI interactions look like through check-ins and recurring meetings, the company said. Okay. That is GPT. Yes, he goes for some of the hardest platinum trophies. He did Street Fighter V Platinum for the hardest gold trophy. Man, I think PlayStation needs to bring back the prestige to trophy grades. Also, how is this 100%? Alright. Next, we have a mention of Dave Meltzer. I am a professional wrestling fan through and through, and I'm also a numbers guy. I understand this is his opinion, but maybe it can gauge interest on where to put attention. So we're just gonna use good old cage match. Alright, this looks like some NOAA event, NOAA Star Navigation, okay. I don't know what a GHC national title is. Didn't PlayStation have a system where if you get hard platinum, you get a reward? I don't... Yeah, I think. Yeah, I forgot. I remember that at one point, but I didn't have the money, time, or patience to do them, so I think I dismissed that, but I'll look into that actually soon. Maybe we'll look into that. Do layout. Title. No, how do we rework this? PlayStation Platinum Trophy Rewards System. Okay. Alright, this was Collision or Dynamite? This is Dynamite. This is the go home show for AEW Wrestle Dream, which is tomorrow at 8 p.m. This is still happening. MVP Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin. Okay. We have some CMLL show. Al Sky Team. We have, alright, I really shouldn't gloss over the minor ones. You got Pro Wrestling Noah Sportiva. I don't know what that is. All Japan Pro Wrestling, DDT. You did Super Meat Boy and Crash 4 for some of the hardest gold trophies and platinums to exist. Yeah. I think it's by that point it's only the platinum that matters. Or they gotta rework the gold. Yeah, I don't know. We have an Marigold. We have an independent wrestling event. Sekai Ichi Omoroi Pro Wrestling. We have Stardom. Stardom. You feel like the gold trophy is better? What do you mean? We have Big Japan Pro Wrestling. We have Beyond Wrestling. Brad Baylor is signed to WWE, right? Darian Bengston. Evolve. He was on NXT. Yeah, NXT. Evolve. Brad Baylor. We had a New Japan event coincide with Raw. Oh, this was King of Pro Wrestling. Alright, so we have the IWGP Women's title match from Syuri and Sari. 4.5 stars. I want to see what the acclaim was for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match because Konosuke Takeshita won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match. 6-man tag between Bullet Club War Dogs and this is basically Los Ingobernables. 3.5 stars. Riot and Ryogoku, no disqualification, no countout match. So just 5 guys versus the War Dogs. Drill Maloney, Sanada. 3.5 stars. Bishamon and Yo defeat the Mighty Don't Kneel. 3 stars. World Television title match. El Phantasmo versus Tanahashi. 3 3/4 stars. Uh-oh. Oh, I remember reading the reviews on this House of Torture nonsense. Evil versus Oreg Boruchin. For the Never Openweight title. 1 1/4 stars. Knockout Brothers. Really? Heavyweight tag. Oh, okay. Knockout Brothers. Oscar Lube? Yeah. Loibe? I'm sorry. Loibe? Yuto Ice defeat Shota Umino and Yuya Uemura. 4.5 stars. And oh, never mind. We have the second face-off between Yota Tsuji and Gabe Kidd for the IWGP Global Heavyweight title. And Takeshita versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. 5.5 stars. This is the year of Takeshita. He will probably receive multiple year-end awards in professional wrestling. Good job, Takeshita. I don't know. Oh, this is Raw. It's Raw. Okay. Dom versus Penta. Rhea Ripley versus Kairi Sane, 3.5 stars. Bronson Reed versus Jimmy Uso. Was this in Perth? Yeah, that was in Perth. World Heavyweight Title, #1 contendership triple threat match. Is it vacated? Punk versus Rollins Survivor Series? Is this vacated? Yeah, we're fine. Reports of... Oh, Impact... Oh, no, that's Countdown to Bound for Glory. There was also Bound for Glory over the weekend. Something tells me that Javon Evans versus Leon Slater was the only match rated at this event. Oh, it was also in Lowell, Mass, so, you know, close. Okay, international title, Steve Macklin versus Frankie Kazarian. Tessa Blanchard versus Gia Miller. Okay. Gauntlet match. I recently found out about the rules of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match the other day, a week ago, I don't know. So it's like the Royal Rumble, except the last 2 entrants do a regular singles match. Yeah. TNA Knockouts World Titles match. Are you signed to TNA or NXT? I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know. World Knockouts World Title match. Kalani Jordan versus Indy Hartwell. Hardcore War match. I'm sorry. I don't know. No contest. He didn't rate this. I guess he wasn't happy with Bound for Glory. Yeah, this had a weird interference from Dark State towards the end. This would have been in such a good match if it weren't for that weird ending. And then this, yeah. GCW, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, more CMLL, more Stardom, Dragon Gate. What else do we got? Oh, we have that last... Oh, Crown Jewel, that's right. Forgot about Crown Jewel. We have International Wrestling Revolution Group, I don't know. Road to King of Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Odyssey. This sounds like a great pay-per-view event. Name, at least. All Japan Pro Wrestling. Stardom. Road to King of Pro Wrestling, yep. Wrestle Odyssey. Man, they should have joined Wrestle Dynasty in this year's lineup, which was way back in January, I forgot. GCW. What's this? Ice Ribbon. Johnny Swinger. Memphis Wrestling. Choco Pro. A lot of Japanese wrestling popping up. Hardcore, of course, Jun Kasai. Jun Kasai. More Marigold. More CMLL. Sábados de Coliseo. El Sky Team just getting a lot of praise. Oh, here we go. This is Crown Jewel. 2025. Asahi. Very good. Shout out Asahi for providing inebriation for the masses around the world. And these earbuds are really dirty. Wow. Gotta clean that. Okay, we have Crown Jewel. I only watched... Oh, I didn't get to watch Crown Jewel because it was in Australia, which means that I had to watch this at 8 in the morning, and unfortunately, I missed the 8 a.m. time slot, so I only watched one match, and that was after the fact, and Any pro wrestling fan probably knows what match I watched. Australian street fight between Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns. They're 1-1 now. We're probably going to see a rubber match. Survivor Series? I don't know. Next. Women's Crown Jewel title match. I don't know why this title exists. I guess to determine the definitive world champion. But I think this event has been marred by its debut in Saudi Arabia, because it's just... What? Women's Crown Jewel 2025 title match to determine the definitive world champion of the promotion, I guess. Cena versus Styles, 4 3/4. I mean, they really... This is, this might be the best... No. I don't know, actually. I don't know. This is a very good match. John Cena versus AJ Styles for the last time. Especially after AJ Styles announced that he will retire next year. So he will have his own retirement tour. So 2025 is the year of John Cena and Tanahashi. 2026 is the year of AJ Styles. And I've heard some insider reports saying that Chris Jericho will make his return to WWE soon and kind of go on some retirement tour thing. So 2027 might be the year of Chris Jericho. We'll see. Cena versus Styles, 4 3/4. Fantastic match. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus the Kabuki Warriors, 4 1/4 stars. Interesting. This is an interesting dynamic. This is based on what I've vaguely seen of the rivalry. It looks like an interesting rivalry, but of course I'm looking at it superficially. And the main event, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, 3 3/4 stars. This is Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes 4 after Cody Rhodes returned to WWE at WrestleMania 38. 3 3/4 stars. Okay. And I guess Seth Rollins has become the definitive world champion of the company by now. We got some Marvelous, more Joshi Pro. Amazing Reference Leon Slater, House of Glory. More CMLL, House of Glory. Atomic Legacy Wrestling. The biggest names here are you got Shotzi, Tyler Breeze, the Good Brothers, Priscilla Kelly, also known as Gigi Dolan. What's this? Kobe, American Pro Wrestling. Tessa Blanchard, CMLL, got a star. What event was this? Okay, interesting. L Sky Team, doing L Sky Team things, 4 1/4 stars. Oh, okay. We got another title defense from Sami Zayn against Shinsuke Nakamura, known for their classic at NXT TakeOver Dallas. This was 20 minutes? I thought it was 16 minutes. Anyway, whatever. And then we have that last standing match between Aleister Black and Damian Priest, where I think Zelina Vega finally aligns with Aleister Black at the end. More King of Pro Wrestling, more GLEAT, more Japanese wrestling, anything else? We're now getting into... What was this? Collision? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. They're called Top Gods? I didn't know this was a faction. What? What does this mean? Okay, whatever. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Okay, done with that. Dave, you're done. You're done, Dave. Next. Today is Friday. That means New Music Friday. That means there's a potential crop of rap to look at. We got this collaboration between Armand Hammer and The Alchemist. Armand Hammer being Billy Woods and Elucid. Super Nintendo. All of these stuff I've skimmed. I may go back and to listen to them. I may go back to listen to them upon request or whatever demand. We got a new album from Gucci Mane. And also on a side note, Super Nintendo, yes, from Armand Hammer and The Alchemist. Gucci Mane, and then on a side note, this isn't rap, but Tame Impala put out a new record. Very interesting production on that joint. I added a few of its songs to my house party playlist. But I don't know Tame Impala basically at all, so added some of those songs to my joint. That Gucci Mane album, Episodes, listen to a bit of that. Gucci Mane can spit. Listen to his verse he did on J. Cole's Might Delete Later. I forgot what the track was called. What the Smelly. CYM. There's this one track on the album, Catch Me If You Can, that has an artist, Nana, on there. And then BB No Money dropping an album, BB No Money, self-titled. A lot of house on there, and then he's got bars. He's got some bars. That's the top 4 from New Music Friday that I want to showcase. Next, we're doing the infamous TikTok 10 swipes challenge. So let me indulge. Alright, still, for the record, I am on this app probably once a week for the podcast, and otherwise I'm not a main consumer. So let's turn on that. Nope. Alright, so you know what, I call it the 10 swipes. We're gonna do 10 swipes. 1, haunted places in Maine. Why do I keep getting Maine stuff? Is that it? What? Okay. 1. What is that? This is the first swipe, and I'm already on something I have no idea. A cherry cheetah 8-ball girl. That's the first swipe. 2. Okay. 2. 3. What the flip? I'm on 2, right? I'm so dumbfounded that I lost track of the number. 3. Stop with the main stuff. I don't.
It
4.
feels so bad if you already bought these wireless LED lights. Even though they come with this awesome remote that allows you to change them to any color that you want, but they also come in these wireless pods that stick out literally anywhere so that there's no dangling cords around your entire car. Or 3 galaxies are a hard stage.
5.
3 galaxies are a hard stage, guys. 3 galaxies are a hard stage.
Alright. This is
Here,
okay.
the back of these.
This is the 10 swipes challenge, not the 10 videos challenge. I should clarify. Maybe I'll make it the 10 videos challenge, but whatever.
Trying to get to 100k likes.
What number am I on? 4?
Can we get to 100k likes? Can we get to 100k likes?
What the flip?
We still have to do on the goodness.
I'm on the wrong sector of TikTok.
You did drop some.
5. Shoot! Six.
Warning. D-class personnel, attention. SCP-173 has breached containment. Maintain visual contact.
It's public, right? 7.
This particular
8.
client is looking for a max. Now, the other thing we always ask for is color. Making sure you say black is nice, but if you look...
9.
Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit?
10. That was riveting. Oh, here we go. Technically we're on the floor is yours section. Let's look up some stuff. PlayStation Platinum Trophy Reward System. What's this? Oh, yep. Well, it's just platinum trophies. I don't know if it's hard platinum trophies. Bloodborne is probably the most prestigious of the stuff here. You got Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last Guardian, Parappa the Rapper, God of War, Spider-Man, and Days Gone. Gaming Bible. PlayStation announces Platinum Trophy gamers can now unlock exclusive rewards. Limited edition merchandise. No. This is not what I'm looking for. Unique merch for unlocking trophies. Nah. We lost PlayStation Stars for this. That's right. We lost PlayStation Stars. Let's see what remnants of PlayStation Stars I have on... Oh, wait, I'm not logged into this joint on my phone. On my iPad, however. Guys, don't sleep on iPads. These are some stuff right here. PlayStation Stars is gone. However, you can still use your points and display case. I think I used it on Wallet Funds. Here are my... This is PlayStation Stars. That's my showcase. I got... I don't know what that is. I think it's my first Mythic collectible. You got the PlayStation 4 and Pi. Because that's my birthday. Am I on the right audio pattern? Alright. But for hard platinums, PlayStation Platinum Trophy Reward System for hard platinum trophies. Huge mistake. It's just additional merch. That's it. It's just additional merch. Well, that has effectively been debunked. Okay, well, otherwise, the floor is yours, guys. Whoever's watching this, I have run out of ideas. Unless an idea comes to me during this podcast, I will go out of my way and look into it. But otherwise, whatever comes up, comes up. Usually, I fill in the hour by sitting in silence until something comes to me. And I'm already thinking. For those joining, I got 2 new projects coming out next week. It was either, because I got stuff to do later today, it was either record bars or do the podcast. But since I am intent on my 1 podcast a week idea, you know, I wanted to do the podcast today really because I just, pro wrestling and Dave Meltzer and I, it's almost the first thing I look at in the morning, almost. Oh, I forgot to put my prize picks in. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put prize picks in. It is Flex Friday. Let's see what promotions prize picks has. Yeah, usually that would be the first thing I do in the morning. What do we got today in the sports slate? We have Toronto Blue Jays versus Seattle Mariners. We have some NHL. I don't really follow the NHL that closely yet. It's just Blue Jays Mariners. Oh, we also have Milwaukee Brewers versus Los Angeles Dodgers. It'll be fun. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. just knocking it out of the park, hit runs and RBIs. We have NFL. Next one's on Sunday. Soccer, we just have... it's probably a miscellaneous slate. Oh. Tennis. Sinner versus Alcaraz. That might be something to look at. Yo, we have the best in the world squaring off against each other. We got the 4 best in the world. You got Sinner, Alcaraz, Djokovic, and Fritz, right? Hold on. Tennis rankings. Current tennis rankings. ATP Tour. Alexander Zverev. Yeah, these... Wow. Yeah, we got Alcaraz against Sinner. That's number 1 versus number 2. And number 4 versus number 5 on Saturday. How about that? In terms of total games, we gotta take the over on that. It's flipping the best in the world against each other. But the gap, I mean, I don't even know how to how to calculate this. Whatever. Oh, not freestyle yet. Freestyle's for the end of the stream. But still, the floor is yours. This reminds me of some early podcast days where I would just talk to myself and report news or just see what comes to me. I will let whoever's listening or whoever revisits this that I have already laid out the project for next month out already. It's one I was supposed to release the day I graduated. But effort did not prevail, and I could not piece together all the thoughts I wanted to on that project. But this time around, there will be some stuff for this next project in November. OVO Sound 2025. $340. Tick, tick, tick. I've had several guest requests. Right? Already? I don't know. A few people have reached out to me for a podcast, but I forgot when that would be. Oh, I could talk about Persona 5 Royale, I guess. Persona 5 Royale. This deviates from my current trophy hunting path of clearing out what already exists in my backlog. So, yeah, Persona 5 Royale, fantastic game. Let's see here. I kind of want to give Persona 5 a 5.25 star rating instead of the 5.5 star rating I gave it. But we'll see. We'll see. Persona 5 Royale does improve on Persona 5 in quite a few. It is only improvements, I think. There are. I don't think they removed some stuff from particularly, but yeah, I didn't think that Atlas would rework the story as early as the opening scene. Slight spoiler, but I mean, I spoke in the abstract, but I didn't think they would rework that as early as the opening scene. Compared to Persona 5. You got new characters, new mechanics, that sort of thing. A lot of variety in the game. So many twists. Turns. Yeah, a lot of early twists in Persona 5 Royale. Really interesting how they... Yeah. And I'm also thinking about Mementos too. Maybe I gaslight myself into thinking that Mementos is designed well, because I don't. The Mementos is a little monotonous to me, but is that a commentary on the collective unconscious? I don't know. I like how YouTube gives me data from 9 p.m. for some reason. I don't know, I'm still running out of ideas. I'll just blurt out stuff until ideas come to me. Oh, there was an inquiry yesterday about games that changed my thinking or perspective or outlook on life. And I went through my Platinum Trophy list. And I said, I think, Fallout 4 and Detroit Become Human. But the person asking looked more for a Fallout 4 answer. But even then, it's not in the gameplay that changed my life. It's more the story. Yeah, I guess the gameplay. There is some stuff in there that, you know, would question. It's the idea of androids or synths, because Detroit and Fallout 4, you know, androids and synths, could they coexist or cohabitate with humanity? Or yeah. Or should they be recognized as humans or whatever? I'm waiting. It's more when it'll happen rather than if it will happen. We will see breakthroughs in robot technology and artificial intelligence and whatnot. I'm just waiting. I mean, we already saw the ChatGPT article about NSFW stuff for adults. So, you know, we got innovations in speech, artificially generated speech, artificially generated mannerisms, speech mannerisms. It sounds more natural. The voice sounds more natural, and the stuff it says sounds more reasonable. Let's look at those robots, yeah? Most realistic robots. We're not freestyling yet. Yeah, that's an animatronic. This what we're doing? What? How long ago was this? Realbotics. We interviewed Aria, a $175,000 almost human robot. It's uncanny. Are you a real person? Do I want to watch this? No. You're gonna say most realistic. I remember watching this back in the day. That was crazy. Head was a little big, though. That's not real. This is... New interactive robot goddess revealed in China. Now just plant flippin' GPT or Grok into its processing. I'm done thinking about that. I'm done. Does anybody have any questions? It is nice to think every now and then. You know what? I'm gonna fill the silence. I'm just gonna be silent, and I think, let's hope a higher quality idea comes to me. First thing I will do after this podcast is over is put in my prize picks. I recently thought about expanding into more DFS apps, mostly because of the promotions. The promotions are where it's at. You get payout boosts and whatever. So I'm already on DraftKings, and yeah, I think I'll deposit just $10 and then capitalize on the free promos or whatever. $53 minutes. Well, I guess I forgot. I could skim the important news articles. I forgot about that. Pew Research Center. What does Pew Research Center have for me? Okay, we'll just look at the... we got... How parents manage screen time for kids. Support for expanding nuclear power is up in both parties since 2020. This... See, I took a class called Fossil Fuels and Renewable Energy Sources, and I still don't know how to characterize nuclear power. Low carbon energy source. Waste, yes. Net safety concerns? What does NET stand for?
Hey, Tata.
So nuclear power, right? 8 facts about divorce in the United States. Thanks. Thanks for this. Divorce is an important aspect of family life in the United States. What does that... Huh? Divorce is an important aspect of family life in the United States. Additionally, a third of Americans who have ever been married have also experienced divorce. You're serious? A third? Who have ever been married. Is this legally or spiritually? What the flip, dude? Oh, it's been declining since the early 1980s. And it's still... Okay, I mean, I guess if you know the future, sure. I'll probably recontextualize that when I get older. How people around the world view AI. I'm excited about it. I like AI. More concerned than excited. I will welcome the use of AI in any capacity that improves efficiency. Not so much rap. I mean, we'll try it, right? We'll standard. So I'll ask it. Write a rap verse for me about the 7 deadly sins in the style of Black Thought. Now, Black Thought likes to use a lot of... But since he's a living artist, I can't... Instead, I'll offer a high... Pride polishes halos with hubris, a ruthless illusionist. Truth in the noose when the mirror's the Eucharist. This sounds like Lupe Fiasco. This is pretty good. Greed grins, green skin like usury's mutualist. Counting every human as numerals, fugue of lists. Lust paints saints with the blush and the lucid kiss. Cupid's script loops in the pulp of the fruit it bit. Ooh, actually, hold on. Envy measures blessings with rulers of foolish wit, covering a crown till the skull, coveting a crown till the skull cap loosens it. Gluttony gulps whole suns in the crucible, stuffed till the hunger for nothing is suitable. Wrath cracks glass with a laugh that's combustible, matches in a drought where compassion is trustable. Sloth slow walks clock, soft focus unmovable. You just run unmovable with immovable. 7 sins spin like planets on brutal wrists. You okay? Why don't we bring this rhyme scheme up here? 7 sins spin like planets on brutal wrists, orbiting a heart where the pupil is Judas kissed. Doctrine in the pocket, a prophet becomes a capitalist. Prayer beads trade like shares on an analyst catalyst. Grace gets tax face auctioned to mannequins. You just rhymed mannequins with mannequined. Scaffolding, javelins, anatins, scrambling, metronome, breath in the break make the marrow a better home. Black Thought includes many black historical references in his verses. This will be the last inquiry, and then I'll freestyle. Good thing I went on GPT before freestyling, because I got some... Pride wears a dashiki like Pharaoh in pharaohness. W.E.B. souls in the folds of the narrowness. Greed redlines map like HOLC cartographers. G.I. Bill ghosts at the doors of the carpenters. Lust sells strange fruit in velvet and marigolds. Billy's blue note where the lynch rope carols cold. Envy eyes Greenwood, Tulsa and kerosene. Black Wall Street flickers in a ledger's severed seams. Gluttony gulps cotton, ships in the middle passage. Mafa mathematics, bodies tallied brittle ashes. Wrath like Nat Turner psalms over candle wicks. Fred Hampton dawn raids, COINTELPRO pamphlet tricks. Sloth sleeps through Juneteenth, clock set to planter time. Sharecrop contracts in cursive that strangle spines. Seven sins circle Selma's steel-buckled rivets. Edmund Pettus brittle bridge. Troopers in their visits. See, if that were me, I wouldn't use the word brittle twice, but this is kind of on a run right now. Panther serve breakfast, chapters with citadels. Attica echoes in bars that the system selves. Jack Johnson counters, gloves like a lightning hymn. Tuskegee airmen write contrails in fighting wind. Rosewood whispers through timbers and splintered Rome. Green book margins mark borders of a borrowed home. Wow, that's actually not bad. Which is why it's time to freestyle. Insert text box. ChatGPT probably out-raps me any day. No. I was gonna say something, but that was not. That would have gone very, very wrong. ChatGPT probably out-raps me any day. Generative erotica presented to those who cannot wait. Side hustle TikTok doesn't put me on DFS. Money wagers still a major contributor to stress. Done. Immortalized. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.